LackieTheGuide.com is listening to you on Twitter. Please welcome him right now. He's going to help you out with a problem that so many of us are suffering from right now.
So true. So
What's
true.
it all about?
#1 skincare concern on Twitter is dry skin.
Yes.
Dry skin, especially this winter. We've had such a brutal winter. And it's the skin, it gets dry, it gets flaky, it hurts. And in particular, if we talk about our Western Canadian City Line viewers, and we want to say hello to Calgary, Edmonton, and Winnipeg, because big, I mean, you wake up and it's -40 and windy.
Yes,
that
Winnipeg
dries your
keeps
skin.
telling us to shut up in Toronto, actually.
Quite frankly, they don't want to
they're
hear
like,
it.
cut it out. But we
It's
get
true.
it, and you know what, when we were out west, when we were in Calgary and Edmonton, you notice right away the difference. It makes for a really nice summer, but it makes for a hard winter. Because your face, you feel like it's cracking. You can't get enough moisture in it.
And it literally is cracking a bit.
Right.
That's what it does.
So you're gonna outline some really
talk
good
about some
dry
great
skin products, and also the difference between dry skin and dehydrated. Is there a difference between the two?
This is a bit of a controversy.
Okay.
In fact, I've interviewed a couple of doctors who basically said it's the same thing.
All right.
So in terms of traditionally in cosmetics, dehydrated is loss of moisture, dry, loss of oils. But in terms of doctors are saying that it's basically sort of the same thing.
Right.
So if you've got dry skin,
right.
you've got dehydrated skin.
Which
so
makes
that's kind of what it is.
It totally makes sense. It needs moisture.
It is. I want to start by debunking the biggest dry skin myth that we have. And how many times have you opened up a magazine and it said, drink 12 glasses of water a day and you're going to have glowing skin? Well, that's a myth, because the most of the moisture that we get in our skin, we get from the environment. Our skin draws it in. So you may, listen, it's great to drink a lot of water, but you're going to spend the afternoon in the washroom. So, it's like, has anybody seen Marge? Well, she's in the washroom again.
She's trying
so
to
that's
moisten
not
up her
so beautiful.
skin.
No.
Wow.
So again, the first thing you should do is put a humidifier in your bedroom and bring one to work, because you want to raise those humidity levels in the environment so that the skin can sort of pull some of that moisture in. So again, you can get it at different price points. They're about $30, $50.
Oh, totally. And
so I think it's really
worth it.
worth it. So I want to talk about some really interesting products here. We have Christine, a City Line viewer in Edmonton, who was really having a problem, and we sort of worked a bit on it, and we kind of solved it for her.
Good.
So one of the things you can do is you can add a facial oil underneath a moisturizer. And so she'd been trying these moisturizers for dry skin, and nothing was working. So we've got one here from Philosophy, which is just an omega replenishing oil. You can get them at all different price points. There's some at mass, there's some at luxury, sort of whatever your price point is. Apply it, let it sit for a couple of minutes, then apply a moisturizer on top of that.
I'm totally going to do that.
This solved her problem right away. She said, I can't believe it. I've been dealing with this for years.
That's
so
good.
Here we've got one from Clarins, which is a blue orchid oil. Again, you also want to look for, and this is evident, but something that says for very dry skin. So if you've got that problem, you want very dry skin, or something that says intense.
Got it.
So again, the other thing you can do, apply your moisturizer, let it sit for a couple of minutes. If it still feels dry, reapply again.
That's what I do
So again,
too.
twice, because the skin is drawing in that moisture. And I've had people on Twitter who have tweeted me and said, I put makeup on in the morning, by 11 o'clock it's gone. Well, you know what it's done? The skin's taken the moisture in the makeup and drawn it in.
Right.
So that's where your makeup's gone. It's actually drawn it in. So a lot of the top makeup artists will actually apply a heavier cream on the skin so that the makeup sits on the skin. So
That's
that was
smart.
something that was kind of
That
interesting.
means your skin is so thirsty.
It's really thirsty.
Do you agree with the whole keep your face a little bit wet after the shower and apply the moisture on top of the wet?
Absolutely. And you know what? We talked about that before, and I thought, well, does that really work? And in fact, it does. It does really help, because it locks it in, and then it allows the skin to draw it in.
Okay, good stuff. Let's switch places.
Let's switch
now
over here. I
and
want to
look at
talk
these ones
about
you've
this.
got.
This is really interesting. So this is Clinique Moisture Surge Intense for very dry skin. And Lynn Green is the president of Clinique globally in New York. She was traveling to Asia. She was on a plane, very, very dry. She had access to everything that they make. She went back to the lab and insisted that she wanted this product developed, because she was getting very sensitive skin. So when you get dry, the skin can become sensitive. You can get redness, you can get a bit of irritation. What I really like about it is it's a gel cream. So again, it's a bit of a lighter texture, and in fact, years ago, you had to have a really heavy cream when you wanted something for very dry skin. Now, the new technology is you can get the same moisture benefits in a much lighter formula. So it's much, much lighter, and it's a little more comfortable. So it's kind of what you want.
So if it's a gel cream, then you know it's going to be that texture. It's going to be a little bit lighter.
It's going to be a bit lighter,
All
but
right.
you can still, if it says for very dry skin or intense, then it's still going to give you the right benefits.
Got it. And you mentioned a good point then, because all the travelers, they're also in very dry environments.
It's the same humidity levels as a desert, being on a plane.
Oh, no.
That's how dry it is. So
Yeah.
again, it's really important if you're traveling a lot to really sort of boost the moisturizer, you know,
Feed
have that.
your skin.
Yeah. Next, we're going to talk about Prince Harry. He
Okay.
recently trekked to the South Pole. I don't know if you saw that.
I
Do you notice
did
they
see
trek
that.
everywhere?
They do. They do a lot of trekking.
They do a lot of
those
trekking.
royals.
The Daily Mail reported that he took 8-hour cream from Elizabeth Arden and used that on his skin. So
Well,
that it
isn't
was
he
protected.
fancy?
So very fancy.
I wonder who gave him that tip.
He's a royal.
The Queen.
Yeah, probably.
Take some Elizabeth Arden with you. That was so bad. Cut that out.
That was good. I liked it. I liked it. So what we have, and we brought it for the audience, is their brand new 8-hour cream, the night cream. So you can really, if you've got super dry skin, it's great to have a really moisturizing night cream so that the skin can repair while you're sleeping. So you've got your humidifier on, have a night cream, it's going to feel better, and it's going to bring the skin back into balance.
You're
which is
being
what
treated
you want.
while you sleep, which is great.
Yes. Here we have a brand new product from Estee Lauder. They're revitalizing Supreme anti-aging cream. What's interesting about this product is it's intuitive technology. So we're seeing a lot of new products that are coming out. We've talked about this in makeup that adapts to your skin needs. So if you need, you know, if it's extra dry in certain areas, it will deposit there. If you don't need something else, they're very much smarter.
That's very cool.
And I think it's very, very cool.
Okay, and lastly.
Last but not least, switch to a creamy cleanser. So if you've got dry
Right.
skin, do not use the gel. Be able to, you know, a creamy cleanser will keep it more moisturized, and don't use the toner. Like an alcohol toner,
Oh,
you know,
forget
put
it.
that aside until the summer months if you like to use a toner.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be stripping it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
My skin is so dry that I have never used a toner.
Yeah.
I'd rather
A
just
lot of
skip
people
that
don't.
process.
I agree. A lot of people don't really sort of believe in them,
Yeah.
and I'm not a huge fan of them either.
Yeah, okay.
But all of these available at Hudson's Bay stores across the country.
No, on the other side, and we might do this another time, if you
Yes.
have oily skin, the product's
Yes,
for you.
we'll do that.
You tell them something that makes them feel very, very good. Because
Oh.
people complain when they have oily skin.
I get
but
that tweeted all the time. Oh, I've got oily skin. Listen, oily skin ages much, much slower than dry skin. So if you've got oily skin, count yourself lucky
Yeah.
because you're going to look younger longer.
That's right.
It's true.
Dave is actually 150 years old.
I am. It's true.
He's got very oily skin.
It's true. Yeah.
That's a teardrop for me because my skin is dry. Okay, Dave, we love you. You know, we love you because you're you, but we love
Thank
you
you,
because
Tracy.
you brought down a beauty goodie bag worth $350 for everyone in the audience. That is amazing. You always come with the goodies. Now, if you are at home, you also have a chance to win one of these amazing bags. Just follow us and Dave and retweet our contest tweet for your chance to win. Also, have you checked out Dave's faves yet for January? He's got a new one up there. Go to cityline.ca for your chance to win some amazing products. You always have great contests if people follow you on
Good
Twitter.
new products.
Great new products. All right, let's go to break. More coming up. That was great.